Hey guys, it's Janet, Strange RV Tours. We're actually getting our road put in and we're getting ready to do our burn. And you guys come and watch. I mean, it's life on the farm.
Okay guys, our excavator's out here with this bulldozer. And our first two loads of dirt are arriving. We're gonna have a total of 10 loads. And they're over there discussing where to set the dirt and the rock down. We're gonna have 5 loads of select field, which is kind of a clay dirt mixture. Because we're on sand here, our land is all, this is big sandy, so we're on sand. If we put just regular dirt down, it'll end up sinking down into the sand. So we've got train tracks running behind the property. When the trains go by, the ground kind of vibrates. And the neighbor warned us if we don't use something with a clay mixture. He didn't. He just used dirt, and he said 6 months later you couldn't even see the road. It had completely sunk down into the sand. So we're using a select field, and then we're putting limestone over the top of it. The road is going to come in from right along in here, come straight back just to the left of this first tree. And if you can see where everybody's standing back there, when the road gets back to that area, it's going to turn to the right and run towards that big pile of brush over there that we're going to be burning in the next few days. So this is the start of a big production. We got the first load here of dirt. Show you what he's doing. What he's going to do, from my understanding, is as he's dropping this dirt, he's going to pull forward so that our excavator doesn't have to push the dirt so far. And then our excavator is going to leave and get a big roller. So he's going to roll this select field down tight so that the limestone won't go through it and sink into the sand. See how he does this. There we go. And that's going to be our roadway. All right, here's load number 2. There we go. Oh man, she just dumped the whole thing. We only got 5 piles just to make it to the road. That's 2. All right, the dirt trucks just left, and they got all the dirt here. It'll be pulled forward this way to make it out to the roadway. And then once our excavator has that done, then he's got a big roller he's bringing out, a weighted roller that he'll roll over the top of this dirt to compact it down. And then once it's compacted down tight enough so that the top load, or the top dirt, which is going to be limestone rock, won't go through it, then he'll put the limestone over the top of it. This is going to be 250 feet of roadway, and the cost of the materials is $5,000. $5,000 for the dirt and rock, and then his excavation work will be on top of that. It'll make it double that price, maybe a little bit more, because we're gonna have him remove a few more trees that have died. And he thinks he can get the road done today. So 1 day on the road, and then we'll probably have 4 days of burning trees, and then after that we'll be looking to have a well and a septic system put in, so that we can get our RV out here. Once we have our RV out here, we can move on to the land full time when we begin building our building. So looks like you got our road finished. This will be our first time getting on the road. Yeah, that's smooth.
That's nice.
That's really smooth.
That's nice, man. Wow. Isn't that awesome? Look, the fire's going. It's going down quick, man. He just barely started this one. How cool.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of the car here, show you around. All right, this is our roadway that we had put in. He did that in 1 day. That's amazing. But we put select field dirt underneath it, and then limestone. This is the limestone, topsoil limestone, as the road path. And it took a total of, to go 250 feet, which is from the road to the end of the road here, it took 5 truckloads of select field dirt and 5 truckloads of limestone. So, which is about $5,000 in material. And I cannot believe how fast this pile is burning.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I mean, this thing is burning really fast. But basically, right where this road ends, or right where that wood pile is that's burning, is going to be where our building's going to sit. Our excavator, Tim, suggested on our roadway that we use limestone. I have a buddy of mine that used crushed concrete, and his road 2 years later looks just like it did when it was put in, which it's good road, but some of the concrete pieces are, you know, that big around, some of them even that big around, so it's very hard to drive on, hard on your car's tires. And I had no idea what limestone was going to be like. I was afraid limestone would be sharp, but look how smooth he got this. And what he did was, when he had the select field dirt underneath it, that orange clay dirt, when he got that smoothed out, he went and got a big roller that was full of water, I guess, kind of like a steam roller basically, and he just rolled that over and over across that bottom batch of dirt, clay. And then he took the limestone and he smoothed it out on top, and while it was still rough, he got that roller again and he started rolling it, and this turned out really smooth. I am so happy with this. This is 100% better looking than I thought it would be. And if you look closely, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can get the camera down there. He actually did put a crown on the road. And most of the roads that you see out in the country don't have a crown on it. So when it rains, you end up with water sitting on it, or water crosses over the road. And to give you an idea, the county came out and replaced this road here in front of our property about 5 months ago. It's the first time that it had been replaced in 40 years. And when they did that, they did not put a crown on this road. It didn't have one last time they did it either. So every time it rains, we get a giant puddle that starts along in here where the ditch is here, a little bit of a ditch. And if we get a big rain, that rain will come all the way up on the property about 15-16 feet over to about here, and it'll just cover the property. And of course it'll drain because it's sandy soil underneath the ground, but on the road it doesn't drain. And even during the summertime, like June, July, August, if we get a big rain, we'll have a puddle that'll cover 3/4 of this road for a good week and a half. And so anyhow, that's and it was worse right in this area over here. That's where we were going to put our driveway, but because it puddles worse there, we moved the driveway over here. I'm glad we did. But just some ideas to think about if you're planning on building a barn dominium or moving to a piece of land in the country. I hope this helps everybody. This has been a major project, very stressful. Everything out here in the country costs a lot of money, and keep that in mind too. When we bought this piece of land, we thought, oh, well, we're going to be out in the country, so we're not going to be paying Dallas prices to get people to work on the land. We'll probably end up, if an electrician charges $100 an hour, maybe we can find one that'll charge us $60 an hour. No, it's the opposite. If somebody in Dallas charges $100 an hour, they're going to charge $125, $130 out here, because there's so few people that do that type of work out here. So keep in mind, things are going to be more expensive than you think. And so we were going to build the building and then move on to the property, but I think we're going to end up moving our RV onto the property and staying in the RV while we build the building, because I can save about $30,000 building the building myself. So, and at the same time, we can be out here on the property instead of right now where we're staying. We have to drive about an hour to get out here, and we're coming out here 3-4 times a week. So, why spend that gas? We ought to just be out here. So anyhow, guys, I hope this helps you. And like I said, this is a very stressful situation to get yourself into, but it's also incredibly rewarding. So I've always wanted to build our own place with my own hands, do most of the work myself, and whether it's a blessing or not, it looks like that's what I'm going to get to do. So check out our future videos. There's going to be a lot of videos on working the land, getting everything where we want. And I think next we're going to try to get a Connex building out here, so we have something to store tools and stuff in. But until then, take it easy, guys. Hope you guys have a great week. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Strange RV tours will take you places with Greg and Janet's smiling faces. You might see a crazy flavored soda review or some tips to fix your RV too. So come along, won't you join us, friend, as we discover what's around the bend. Just sit right back in your easy chair. Strange RV Tours is on the air. Strange RV Tours is on